Welcome everybody, Dustin Williams here for Digilog Rocori. After a loss to the Sauk Rapids Cyclones, the Cold Spring Springers were back in action from Wintercrest Park to take on the Coon Rapids Redbirds. Here with the runner on third and only one out, Steve Halls lifts the ball to right field, but it is not deep enough to get Tyler Horning in from third base, and it would be up to Zach Femright to get the run across with two outs. Femright lifts the ball deep to right center field, but the Redbirds outfielder is there, in 0-0 after the top half of the inning for the Springers. In the bottom of the inning now, fly ball lifted out to right field. With the hit and run on, the Springers would turn the easy double play, and 0-0 would be your score after both teams had a promising start to the top and bottom half of their first inning. Top third we go now. Brian Hansen takes a pitch off of his left elbow, and he would get to first base with no outs. Later in the inning, he would be caught stealing on a tough call as it looks like his left hand is in there. He can't believe the call, and this ump would make some controversial calls all day long. Both teams not very happy with the umpiring. Top four we go now with Brad Olson on first base. He's going to elect to run to second after the catcher tried to pick him off at first. Here a wicked hop on a ground ball by Steve Halls, and the Springers have runners at first and third base. Zach Femright at the plate now is going to lift the ball to the outfield, way back in left field. That would get the run across the plate, and the Springers would take a 1-0 lead against the Coon Rapids Redbirds in the top half of the fourth inning. Olson coming in to score, Femright with the sac fly RBI. Here, a ground ball and a vicious slide by Steve Halls. Looks like he didn't even get close to second base. The second baseman for the Redbirds pleading his case that there was runner interference. No more damage would be done in the fourth, but in the top half of the fifth inning, Ryan Holthouse is going to steal second and advance to third on the throwing error by the catcher. With runners on first and third base after a walk, Mike Bertzel would pinch run and steal second base, and the Springers would now have runners at second and third with no outs. Contact play on here as Brian Hansen grounds right to the third baseman. But Hansen's going to keep going to second, and Bertzel will get on into third. Good heads-up base running as the Springers now have runners at second and third with one out. Later in the at-bat, Bertzel's going to come in and score and give the Springers a 2-0 lead. Unfortunately, that would be all they would get in the inning, but Zach Femright was pitching brilliantly, as here he gets a strikeout in the fifth. One more time, Femright's going to strike out the last batter of the inning. He would pitch well in this game. Springers holding on to a 2-0 lead. Top six we go. Zach Femright on first base. He's going to try to steal second, but once again that controversial umpire is there to make an iffy call. Femright would be called out. We move ahead to the seventh inning. Brian Hansen at the plate blasts a double to the left center field wall, and the Springers would get one more run, and 6.5 complete. It's 3-0 in favor of the Springers over the Redbirds. Top eight we go. Springers on first and third base with one out. They're going to make a terrible base running blunder here as the runner at first gets caught in a pickle. Now another runner tries to steal home. He's thrown out. Double play on the bases, and the Springers are able to get no more runs. And you'll see later in this game it could have ended up terrible for the Springers as Femright loads the bases in the ninth inning with no outs. Line drive to the second baseman. He drops the ball. He's lucky enough to get one out on the force play, but now it's first and third with one out. Here a line shot to the center fielder. The Redbirds would add one more, and it would be 3-2 with one out in the ninth inning. Chad Willenbring on the mound. He's going to induce the pop-up to Darren Hang, and he would come on for a brilliant save as the Springers get a much-needed win against the Redbirds. The Springers in action next in Gaylord this evening for the state tournament as they take on Blaine.